Kia ora team, it's Kev Carter from Rimu Ridge woodturning. Down here I've got a piece of miro and I'm going to be turning a bowl. First step here is just to cut out a bowl blank. But it's quite thick, so I'm going to use my circular saw. Alright, so I've got my roughly cut bowl blank of miro here. You can see it didn't do a great job with the circular saw lining the cuts up, but that's okay, we'll fix it up on the lathe. What I'm going to do now is look for the centre, and I'm going to use a tool that I've shown before in other videos, something called a centre finder, and basically you place it on the wood and draw a line through the straight edge. So when you're putting it in, you just use the widest angle for really long or large diameter pieces, and then the narrow V groove for smaller diameters, and you just draw a few lines down the straight edge, and where they intersect is a pretty good approximation of the centre. I'll just keep going, get a few more lines in. Depending on the wood, they might not all intersect perfectly, or rather depending on the shape of the blank, they may not all intersect perfectly, but you're sort of aiming for a spot in the middle of all of the intersections, a little bit like triangulating using a map and compass. You end up with what they call a little three-peak hat in the middle, and yeah, unless you're really lucky, they don't normally intersect perfectly. so I've got the basic shape of the bowl that I'm turning. It's been an interesting experience turning miro. It's very wet, shavings are completely damp, so it's going to be interesting to see how this bowl dries as we go. Hopefully it doesn't split, time will tell. But basically what I've done is I've turned it down to round, and I've flattened off the bottom face and put a little indentation in there, which we're going to use to hold on to the chuck when we hollow out the inside edge of the bowl. But what I'm going to do now is just shape the outer edge and give it a bit of an interesting curve. Okay, so I've shaped up the bowl, and I've put a little internal recess down here on the bottom, just to use with the chuck to hold the bowl in the reverse position so we can hollow out the interior. But just before I've done that, I have been sanding the outside edge, so gone up all the way through the different grits, 60, 80, 120, 220, 320, and I've just finished with 400. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some sanding sealer on, and then go through with 400 grit sandpaper again. What that really does is it hardens any of the remaining fibres that might be standing up from the surface, and then that just gives the sandpaper a better chance of getting it off, so you get an even smooth finish. Alright team, so I've finished sanding the bowl on the outside and the inside. It still feels quite wet, but hopefully with some oil on that'll prevent it from drying out too quickly and splitting. I'm going to use this food safe oil, and basically this just adds a bit of a sheen and brings out the colour. It's very light coloured wood, miro. Now see how I go, I've got another oil as well which is a little bit darker, which might bring out the grain a little bit more. So we'll see how we go. It's an interesting wood. You can see there's actually some black marks from where the chuck was holding on, and anywhere that you press too hard it actually brings up a bit of a black colour, which is unexpected. Don't know if it's a property of the wood or what it is, but I'm try and sand that out because it does look, kind of looks like there's felt marker pen on it, which is quite unusual. Yes, unfortunately that doesn't seem to be coming out. It might take quite a bit more sanding. May just have to leave it there, I think. So you can see the first coat of oil has brought up the colour a little bit, but I just want to apply a few more coats, and I'm actually going to try this oil as well, which is called Eco Wood Oil Natural Wood Wipe. It's actually got a citrus scent, so that might make it smell quite nice, and hopefully also just bring up the grain a little bit more, a darker tone. Well, let's do it on the bottom first.